What's up, fantasy friends? I'm Carrie Oehm from HotRoster now, and it's time to dig in to some of the matchups on HotRoster's shootout card, so let's do it. The first matchup that caught my eye was Tyler Seguin of the Stars and Jack Eichel of the Sabres. Seguin gets the Jets tonight at home while Eichel faces the Rangers. And both of these guys are averaging about the same amount of fantasy points per game this season. Now, Eichel is having a bit of a streaky season, though. He has 4 points in his last 6 games, but has gone pointless in 4 of those. Now, there is an upside to the youngster, though. He does average the most shots on goal per game in the NHL with 4.3. And he faces Henrik Lundqvist tonight, who was pulled after allowing 3 goals on 16 shots against the Blue Jackets on Tuesday. But I have to go with the hot hand in this one and ride Seguin's hot streak. Seguin comes into tonight riding a 4-game point streak, and during that streak, he's registered at least a hit, has 14 shots on net, and despite him being a -15 on the season, he's even in his last 4. He also has 8 points in his last 8 games and leads his team with 49 this season. He's also very good at home, with points in each of his last 5 home games and 9 in his last 10. Plus, he has some really good history with the Jets. He's currently riding a 9-game point streak against them. This streak is actually the longest active point streak by any NHL player against Winnipeg. He's tallied 24 points in 16 games against the team as a member of the Stars. So I would definitely go with Seguin in this matchup. Another matchup that I liked was Nazem Kadri and Jonathan Toews. Both these guys get struggling teams tonight. Kadri gets the Blues, who have lost 7 of their last 10 games and have allowed at least 5 goals in all of those 7 losses. They actually allow the 4th most goals against this season, and they did just fire their head coach Ken Hitchcock, while Toews gets the Coyotes tonight, who have been struggling badly all season and allow the most shots on goal. But they have won 3 of their last 4 games, and I think that makes the difference in this matchup. Plus, Kadri is riding a 5-game point streak with 7 points, 2 multi-point games, and he's averaging 2 hits per game in that span. Since January 1st, he's 8th in the NHL in points with 15, and he's been solid on the power play with 5 of his season 10 power play goals in that span. Plus, Toews has 3 pointless games in his last 5 despite having 6 points. So with the matchup and the point streak, I have to go with the Leafs center in this one. Kadri is my guy. Also available to play on the shootout card tonight is Max Pacioretty of the Canadiens. HotRoster is wondering whether or not the Habs' leading scorer will tally more or less than 4 fantasy points. And I think Patches gets it done again. In case you missed it on Tuesday night against the Sabres, the Canadiens' captain went off, scoring his 2nd hat trick of the season. A big reason for his night can be attributed to his line mates. Patches has really benefited playing alongside Alexander Radulov and Philip Deneau. Tonight, I think his line will do a lot of damage when the Habs take on the Flyers in the city of brotherly love. Philly has allowed over 3 goals per game over their last 9, and I think Patches exploits that and finds the twine at least once tonight, inching 1 goal shy of 200 in his career. I'm taking Patches to get over the 4-point hump. Well, that's it for me. For those of you who don't know what HotRoster is, check it out. Go to HotRoster.com, download the app, and give it a try. It's like no other fantasy game you've ever played. Then for some help winning the game, check out HotRoster today with Cam Stewart and Gary and Thorne every weekday at 4:30 Eastern, only on the Fantasy Sports Network. For HotRoster now, I'm Carrie Oehm.